Hi everyone, it's me, Jordan Long, and today I'm gonna talk about, well, so there's this thing going around on YouTube called age restriction, but most likely that's something that's been on YouTube since the beginning, and it's something that either you can set for your own films or YouTube themselves can set. And a lot of folks like to fear strike over it, about how, oh well, now you can't do anything and you'll be this and that. Well, even if it would happen to your film, you didn't lose your good standing. You still have your good standing and all your gifts and everything else. If you're a mate, then you may lose some income and some business wise on that film or films. But at the end of the day, it's not like the end of the world. It's not like you lost your good standing and your gifts or anything like that. But there are folks out there who do like to fear strike over this. You know, they're like, well, if you say a curse word, well, keep in mind saying a curse word here and there in your films isn't going to get you on that list. I have films on that list. Some of my old films are on that list. And the films that will get you on that list is like bullying, you know, films that either have, edgy stuff in it, a news show when you're showing all kinds of, stuff in it that might not be good. Um, if every word coming on your mouth is a curse word, um, you know, and if you happen to do a film and you happen to have folks that don't have any wear on and stuff like that in it, then yeah, that might be put on that list. But you know, or and also doing edgy stunts and larks where someone gets badly harmed in it or something, then that might put you. They might then you might get put on that list for it. But it isn't. It's not a death nail or anything like that, or whatever it's called. It's not a death strike on your YouTube fairway. For anyone that's ever had it done to them, and I have it done, I have some films that are on that list. Some of my old films are on that list. And look, I'm still here on YouTube. I still got my good standing. I didn't lose any of my gifts that YouTube gave me. So this whole thing should not be fear struck on. And it should not make anyone believe that anyone's being cleaned or being told what they can and cannot do. Because at the end of the day, the followership oversight and the Webstead oversight of YouTube is still there. The ownership law is still there, and many other things are still there. So if you're still following those, then it's not a big deal. You know, I don't know why folks got a fear strike over it. I don't know why they have to. Someone out there has to go. Oh no, I'm being clean, because that's what they do. They go like this. They go, oh no, I can't do those kind of films I want to do anymore, because I'll be put on a list. Well, it's no big deal if you get put on a list. The only thing is someone has to log into YouTube to show they're old enough to watch your films. It's you didn't lose your good standing, you didn't lose your gifts. Yes, if you're a YouTube mate, you might lose some of your gald on the films, and some business wise, this might not buy time on your films. But at the end of the day, it's not. At the end of the day, I should not be. Should not. Not to be frightened over that. All right, I'm not frightened over that. I got some films on that list. Some of my old films, are on that list. So it's not a big deal, you know. I guess you're right. I shouldn't be, I not to be frightened. You know, I not need to be frightened over that. You're right about that. Yeah. So, am I frightened over it? No. Are they shifting the oversight when it comes to what films do or do not meet that list? No. And I know some folks out there are like, oh, well, there's some tool out there that YouTube set up months ago, way back around March or April, whatever, and it would overdo the oversight. Yeah, there's a tool that they set up to run to look at all the films and make a guess on it. But if you think it made a mistake, you could always, give YouTube feedback and tell them you think it was a mistake, and they could always look at the film and undo it if you feel that it was done by mistake. But at the end of the day, it's not a big deal. You're not going to lose anything. You're not going to lose your fairway or your reckoning. You're not going to lose your good standing. You're not going to lose any of your gifts you had on YouTube. And if you're a YouTube mate, you're not going to lose your mateship or lose any gald or business wises. You might lose some gald or business wises on the film that did get put on that list, but you're not going to lose anything on any other films. I'm Jordan Long, and I hope you like this film.